Welcome to case study number 4. Once again, just a reminder, all of these case studies are purely hypothetical examples and are not intended to represent any kind of results that any specific person would get. Every situation is going to be different, and so just want to make that reminder once again. So today we're going to talk about a bank on yourself strategy for cruising and retirement for Jack and Tiffany. So here's the scenario. Jack is 62, Tiffany is 57. Jack retired this year. He's got a $2,500 a month pension, but he does want to wait until age 66 to draw his full Social Security benefits. Now, Tiffany was just laid off from a job she'd been at for 30 years, but she can't access her IRA funds, or she really doesn't want to access her IRA funds for at least another 3 more years. So Jack and Tiffany's home is nearly paid off. They have about a $50,000 mortgage left on it, and it's valued at about $425,000. Now, Jack and Tiffany don't currently own a boat, but they've always talked about going cruising someday. So the plan that Jack and Tiff have come up with is that what they want to do while they're waiting till they both reach full retirement, when they can fully tap into all their retirement funds, they figure they can stretch their dollars in the next 3 to 5 years, really, by cruising. They've always wanted to do it. This would be the perfect time, and would help them stretch their cruising dollars, or their cruising kitty dollars, using their income that way. They believe Jack's pension will be enough to cover their cruising kitty and whatever expenses they have with their home, back at home. So as I mentioned, Tiffany was recently laid off, so she rolled about $400,000 of her 401k into a standard IRA. They're counting on that money for retirement income in the next, say, 5 to 6 years, and they're very worried about losing that money in the stock market in the meantime. So they're kind of just crossing their fingers and hoping for the best. Now, they do figure that in order to buy their cruising boat, they're probably going to have to refinance their home. So the additional mortgage payment will put some squeeze on their cruising kitty, because part of Jack's pension will have to go to the mortgage payment. But they think they can manage it, especially if they can keep the place rented out and so forth. So that's Jack and Tiffany's plan. So now let's look at a bank on yourself strategy that I think is pretty unique, and you'll see why as we move through it. So Jack and Tiffany are going to set up a reverse mortgage on their home with a feature that some reverse mortgages come with that a lot of people aren't aware of, called a reverse mortgage line of credit. Now, when they do the reverse mortgage, this will completely eliminate any further mortgage payment for the rest of their lives, or until they sell the house. And they get, with their numbers, with the $425,000 home value and a $50,000 mortgage, it's giving them access instantly to about $158,000 in cash, which is more than enough to purchase the types of cruising boats that they've been looking at. So what Tiffany's going to do is transfer her IRA funds into a fixed annuity with a guaranteed growth and a guaranteed lifetime income stream feature. That's going to give her peace of mind. She knows there's not subject to losses. It's guaranteed to grow at a level they're happy with, and provide a lifetime income stream that, again, is guaranteed. So this is a lot of peace of mind for them, knowing that that income will be there when they need it. And then really they're just going to follow through with the plan they have. They're going to spend the next 4 to 5 years cruising. No mortgage payment to worry about back home, so their pension, that pension money, is going to fund their cruising kitty. They'll have more, they'll be a lot more comfortable with their cruising kitty, because they don't have that mortgage payment to worry about, but yet they still retained ownership of their home and their equity. Nothing really changed in that regard, so it's a great solution that way. And then when they return from cruising, they plan to sell the boat and then repay as much of that reverse mortgage line of credit, or in other words, free up that equity again and use that money to then create some more retirement income once they're ready to fully retire. So here's the short-term numbers illustrated. You can see the reverse mortgage line of credit generates that $158,000 line of credit. They use $100,000 of that to purchase the boat, and basically they go cruising for the next 5 years. You see Tiffany's IRA funds go into the fixed annuity, and you see it grows at a guaranteed level, 20% in the first 5 years, 20% in the second 5 years, and another 20% after that. which, 60% over 10 years, so it breaks out to about a 6% per year equivalent, a guaranteed growth in that benefit amount. And then you see they return and they sell the boat for $80,000 and replenish, and then they take that $138,000 that came from their home equity essentially, and they put that into a fixed annuity. This is something that we call a laddering strategy, where different buckets of income turn on at different points in time in retirement, and you'll see an example of that here in a moment. So that reverse mortgage line of credit and a combination of that with the fixed annuity product eliminates the mortgage payments, gives them the peace of mind they need to have the confidence to move forward with the plans they wanted to make. So here's how the long-term numbers shake out. So you have Jack's pension income, you have his Social Security kicking in at 66.5. You have Tiff's Social Security payment kicking in also. And then here's where the fixed annuity comes home to roost, and we then convert that guaranteed growth into a guaranteed lifetime income stream. In this case, a $37,000, a little over $37,000 for life, giving Jack and Tiffany a very comfortable, about $100,000 a year retirement after they've been cruising for a number of years. Now remember the laddering strategy. So the home equity, after they sold the boat, went into that fixed index annuity, and we then turn on this bucket or this ladder of income a few years later to generate $113,000 a year in retirement income for the rest of their lives in virtually guaranteed vehicles. So what we've really done is put up a plan here that's achieved all of their financial objectives in the most efficient manner possible and the most safe manner possible, and keeping them with the maximum amount of control. So we were able to stretch their income while they're cruising, while they're waiting for full retirement, by doing the things we did with the home equity. The IRA funds are totally safe and growing, and this gives huge peace of mind to them and gives them the confidence to move forward with this cruising adventure they want to have, because they know their income later is going to be there. We've maximized the cruising kitty funds and maximized the efficient use of their home equity in really the most efficient manner possible, and set them up to have a very comfortable retirement income with guaranteed and predictable results. So the final analysis for Jack and Tiff, first of all, let's point out that this is a bank on yourself strategy that we did not use life insurance as part of. So life insurance isn't 100% of the time part of the plan. Now, we could have used life insurance here, because an interesting twist in this particular case would have been to take the equity, the reverse mortgage line of credit, and put that into a whole life insurance contract, borrow the money to buy the boat, and then repay the contract. We could have added a whole twist to this and added some additional benefit. But I did want to demonstrate that the bank on yourself strategy is about the efficient use of your assets to achieve your objectives. And quite often we use a whole life insurance product, but not always. We still set them up with no exposure to stock market losses, guaranteed results, and guaranteed lifetime income streams. Maximum efficient use of using the reverse mortgage and the reverse mortgage line of credit. It gives them maximum flexibility and lots of peace of mind. And what that does is empowers Jack and Tiff to take action and take this adventure that so often so many people put off because they're just worried about all the uncertainty and the unpredictability with what might happen. If we're able to create a plan and eliminate that uncertainty and eliminate that unpredictability, it really empowers people to take off and do some things and really have some adventure in their lives. And that's what this is all about and what I'm all about. So if you'd like to find out if the Bank on Yourself strategy would fit in your specific situation, the best way to do that is to request a free telephone consultation. You can do that online at boatdollars.com, or just email me directly, john@jensley.com, and I hope to hear from you soon.